husband, Ray, is one of 7 kids. And in the last couple years, we have been going to a lot of weddings as their kids have all been tying the knots. Now, I love young love. It's beautiful. But I have not been a fan of the wedding dress codes. Yes, every one of these weddings has been a multi-day affair with, a Friday night party, Saturday reception and wedding, Sunday brunch. And on the invitations for each one of these events, there has been specified a very particular dress code in which I, a grown-ass woman, am being told what to wear. Now, lest you think, I'm being too harsh, I do get it. When I was coming up, it was different. Now you can share your wedding photos with literally the world on Instagram. So I guess I can understand how you might go for a certain aesthetic. So last summer, one of Ray's nieces was getting married in Brooklyn, and when we got the invitation, it said that the dress code for the Friday night party was colorful cocktail attire. For the wedding, it was formal attire. And then for the Sunday brunch, it was casual travel wear. And it was this formal attire that sent me into a tailspin. See, I had been determined that I was going to shop my closet for this wedding because the last couple weddings had been destination weddings, in between the flights and the hotels and the resort fees and the whole new wardrobes that Ray and our daughter and I needed, I was completely tapped out. The problem is, we are not formal people. Ray doesn't own a tux. The last long dress I wore was to my prom. So Ray gets on this group text chain with all of his siblings, and everyone's trying to figure out the dress codes, and the guys are saying, do we rent a tux at home and bring it there, or rent one in New York? When Ray's brother, the father of the bride, enters the chat, and he says, everybody, just calm down. Formal attire just means men have to wear a tie. That's what the bride and groom want. They just want guys to wear ties. So there's a couple more back and forths with Ray's sisters about what does that mean for us, long dress, short dress, slacks, flats, high heels, and then they decide on a nice fancy dress. Well, I have a nice fancy dress in my closet. I have this strappy Calvin Klein fit and flare. I think I've only worn it once. It'll be perfect. So months go by, and we get to just a couple days before the wedding, and the group chat heats up again. What airport are you flying into? Who needs a ride? And that's when one of Ray's sisters texts a photo of the dress she's going to wear to the wedding. And Ray shows it to me, and I say, "You have got to be shitting me." Yeah, you guessed, it is the exact same Calvin Klein fit and flare that I'm wearing. Except it's not the exact same dress, because Ray's sister is a size 2 yoga instructor, and I am not. So, I don't know what I'm going to do, and I'm freaking out. That's when sister number 2 calls. So Ray puts her on speakerphone, and I tell her my dilemma, and she says, "No one cares what you wear. We're on the periphery of this event. No one's looking at us. We're old and invisible." Well, ouch. I don't know, maybe that's true, but I'm still not wearing the same dress as a size 2 yoga instructor. So I go to the mall, I'm walking around, I'm not finding anything. We leave for New York day after tomorrow, and then I see it. This gorgeous dress. It's beige with red and black paisley down the front. It has a full skirt with an empire waist that hides a multitude of sins. It's in my size, and it's on clearance. So I try it on, and I feel like a Disney princess. I look. Okay, there's one thing about this dress. It is extremely low cut. I mean, not quite to the navel, but it's pretty low cut. It's obviously made for someone who doesn't need to wear a bra with it. Not me. But I figure if I can get some of that double-sided fabric tape, I can probably cover up a little bit and it'll be fine. But I don't know. I mean, should I really be showing that much cleavage with this much gray hair? So I'm getting ready to put it back on the rack and find something more age appropriate. When I think about what sister number 2 said, and I think I don't want to be sidelined to the periphery. I mean, I know I'm getting older, but do I have to be invisible? So I get the dress. And we go to New York, and the morning of the wedding, I put it on, and I use an entire roll of the double-sided tape. And I've got everything pretty well covered until I move. And then the dress kind of pops open, and it leaves very little to the imagination. I'm going to need reinforcements. Safety pins, report for duty. So I have a bunch of safety pins. I kind of basically construct a harness that solders my bra and my dress together. It works. I frankly look kind of hot. So we head to the wedding venue, and we get there for the pictures. Now, we're pretty far down on the call sheet, but eventually it's our turn. We, Ray, my daughter, and I, we stand by the bride and groom. I strike my pose. And that's when sister number 3 screams, "Bonnie, stop! Your bra is showing!" Yeah, one of those safety pins went AWOL. I'm just glad it didn't take anyone's eye out when it popped. And I'm standing there with, my bra and most of my boobs on full display. And she's pointing at me, and every head has turned. Everyone is looking at me. And I thrust my chest out, and I toss my head back, and I smile. Because for one brief moment, I am not invisible.